Good morning. It is a great day today, and I am so excited because I have a very special guest and a special friend on today with us. We are speaking with Chef Ray Ziggy Davis. What's going on today, Ray? How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. All is well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. So let's get down to it. Why do Omni restaurants join Vegan Restaurant Week? Before we start into that, we know we're in a pandemic. So how is your business navigating through this pandemic?
Well, the first thing is, you just have to learn the needs of people and the changes that people are going through and understand where people are. And it's realizing that people are people. So you just have to adjust and talk to people and realize what their needs are directly.
Exactly. Yeah. What we had to do over here at the Land of Kush when it started, of course, you get nervous because you hear, oh, shut down, nobody can come in. So it was really nervous in the beginning, and I try not to panic when things happen. So, because you got to think, and I said, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to have to let everyone know, all of our customers know what's actually happening. We're still open. We're considered an essential business. You just got to place orders, online for pickup and delivery because people didn't know what was going on. They didn't know who was open, who's closed, so just communicating with our customers, especially our loyal customers. So that really helped us. And I threw, some money into some social media ads, like $20 a week, just to get the communication out there. So that was great. What initially prompted you to add vegan options to your menu? Because we know you're not a vegan restaurant, but you have vegan options.
So we started the vegan options probably, I want to say we had at least one, the Aunt Jackie's Ribs, which is one of our biggest sellers from the beginning. So most people don't know, but growing up, my father's family is Catholic and my mother's family is Seventh-day Adventist.
Oh, okay.
When you didn't know. So
yeah.
There's several of my family members that are vegetarian and plant-based.
Okay.
So piggybacking on that, and my travels throughout the world and different parts of the country, I ran into a lot of people and learned a lot of different people's lifestyles. And I began to understand plant-based living.
Nice. I didn't know that. I'm learning more and more about you. Yeah, the Seventh-day Adventist is a definitely powerful organization. Why does Flight participate in Vegan Restaurant Week? So we started Restaurant Week, I think it was 2017, if I can remember, 2018. And you jumped in as a featured restaurant. And I can tell you one of the few Black restaurants that were featured because, Land of Kush, of course, because we're co-creator with Golden West, but you were always in there as a featured with the photos and everything. Like you went hard with it. Why did you do that?
So it gives us an opportunity to connect with people that we've never met before and grow our audience, as well as educate and show other people, what new things are out there. So some of our customers that weren't familiar, that go from, straight to the second set of the menu that they're not familiar with. And then they go, oh, well, I'm familiar with Restaurant Week, but Vegan Restaurant Week, maybe I'll try something new. So it gives our existing customer base the opportunity to try something new because they see a new campaign. But it also gives us the opportunity to see new people and for new people to meet us.
And that's exactly what the point of the Vegan Restaurant Week is. I know when we first launched it, myself and Sam, because Sam owns Golden West, and she was the first Omni restaurant that I saw having a vegan week. I'm like, what? Like, what's going on? They're like, why are you're not even a vegan restaurant? You know what I'm saying? But she explained, the need and the customers and, her wanting to, be inclusive. And that was just a great idea that I said, we have to expand this and we got to get other restaurants to do this because that is the whole point. It's not just for vegans. It's for everyone to try. And then now that we're in this pandemic, the plants are the future. The future of food is plants, and you got to build your immunity. So you have to have options on your plate. Do you think other Omni restaurants should be open to adding more plant-based or vegan options to their menus and also participating and experiencing the Vegan Week?
I mean, I do. If you expose people and you talk to people, then most people are kind of shy to try new things at first. But
Right.
when you get people into it, like, when I first started at my second brick and mortar on Charles Street, we had the customer base was so diverse, it was insane. But
Mm.
I had guys from our community who ate chicken boxes and cheesesteaks. I'm one of them. Every day.
Oh, we're gonna work on you, Ray.
But I had these guys like, hey, you know what? Try this. And, you know, over time, it was, hey, instead of fries, let me get the sauteed spinach. And over time, it was like, I've had guys who've been eating with me for 10 years. And now their palate has changed so much. And they're like, I never thought that I would be the guy who's eating asparagus. I never was exposed as a young person to things like cauliflower,
Wow.
eggplant, spinach, wilted kale. Like, these guys now eat much more healthy, and they say, hey, you know what? I can feel the difference in my body now that
Yes.
I'm eating more plant-based items.
Nice, nice, nice. Hey, what's up, LA? Two of the
Brother
goats
Al?
on LA. Yeah, thank you for that. We appreciate it. What are your top selling vegan items? So you mentioned the Jackie's ribs.
Yeah.
What else? I know I love the vegan you already know. Like when we come in, it's the vegan mojo. I have it with brown rice, and you just added that as an option to brown rice because it's usually on the pita bread.
Yes.
So, but it is phenomenal. Like we tear that, and you're like the only one that really offers that type of option. Like I can't get that anywhere. So I love going to Flight to get that vegan mojo. What other options are hot sellers?
So the biggest, I'd say the top three and our vegan items would probably the Aunt Jackie's ribs. That's the original. That's probably number one. Second to that is probably the vegan mojo.
The vegan wings, yeah, and we're going to talk about that because I know vegan Soulfest. Everybody talks about those wings and the different flavors that you have. But while we're on that topic with the vegan Soulfest, talk to me about your experience when you were vending at Vegan Soulfest, because that was the number one thing people would come up to me and say, who was the vendor with the Thai sauce? And I'm like, oh, that was like, so talk about that.
So Vegan Soulfest is insane. So we jumped in with you on Vegan Soulfest from the beginning, and it does the same thing. It brings a lot of our customers in, but Vegan Soulfest is nuts now. It's expanded from, I remember the first year downtown, and last year was nuts. Like there were so many people who came up to us and was like, we're hanging out up here, but what's that festival down there? Is that something else? And I'm like, nope, go down there. That's all Vegan Soulfest.
But I remember the first one you came to when it was just like around the building, and it was like, people wanted us to stay there. And I'm like, you know what? We can't do that. We just grown too big.
Our own party, there was a DJ across from us. People were hanging out. Like it was great. But Vegan Soulfest is insane. Like between the Brussels sprouts and the vegan wings, like people just they flock to us, and we appreciate it.
Awesome. Hey, Beth, we got someone from Niagara on the Lake in Canada. Thank you for joining in.
Hi, Beth. How are you?
Talk to me about your okay, we talked about the vending at Vegan Soulfest. Do you experience any challenges serving customers with vegan or plant-based preferences? So, whether it's in your restaurant or whether it's out when you're vending, do you ever experience any challenges?
So the biggest challenge for us with our vegan customer base is, I guess, separating our non-vegan customers from the vegan customers, and then there's the in between. So when we get straight vegan customers, sometimes it gets a little confusing for the vegan-based customers, the non-vegan customers, and us, because we see that sometimes our vegan customers are used to going to vegan-only restaurants.
Right.
So sometimes it's like, hey, can we get the wings? And then we bring out wings, and they're like, oh, wait, this is not what I ordered. So, sometimes that gets a little challenging. That's why we try not to have things of the same on the menu. And sometimes our vegan customers are like, hey, we want vegan mac and cheese. And I'm like, it's just something that we can't do just because we don't want to get those things confused. So that's our biggest challenge.
The biggest challenge is that. Talk about cross contamination, because I know some vegan customers, they're going to be diehard and go to 100% vegan restaurants because of that concern. How do you manage that in your kitchen?
So our biggest hurdle in managing cross contamination is education. So that's our biggest thing. Like when we bring in new people, the first thing is training. So we have to, and people who aren't used to plant-based lifestyles, we have to teach you first what is being vegan, what is the vegan lifestyle, how do you have to address things differently, and that's sometimes a challenge when we get people from that have worked in other places where they're not familiar. So education is the biggest thing to me.
And you've had a lot of it. You had 18 years experience in the hotel, restaurant, and retail industry. So, and I know you teach a course at Anne Arundel Community College on, food safety and all of that. So if anybody is questioning the safety of eating vegan at Flight American Fusion, I can tell you hands down, Ray is the man. He has it under control there. Tell me about some pleasurable experiences that you've had with vegan customers. I know that a lot of times in recent times, people think you're a 100% vegan restaurant.
That happens a lot, just because of I would say labels. When you go into different apps and social media and you Google vegan restaurants, boom, the first two that'll pop up in Baltimore is, of course, Land of Kush, Flight restaurant usually. So people think, oh, we're just walking into a 100% vegan restaurant. What was the question?
About an experience, positive experience from customers. Yeah.
So I would say the biggest positive experience would be like just learning so many different people. So my friends are all over the place, and that's right. That was one of the biggest selling points. That was the concept for the restaurant, just in learning different people. And when I worked in the hotel industry, we had people from all over the world, all over the country, and you get so many different types of people. So that's how I learned about different cooking styles. I'll hang out with friends, and they say I was with some of my friends. We had dinner last week. It was it was 5 of us, and my friend Chris is from Hawaii. So he made us this big feast of all kinds of different things. And I'm not a fish eater. The Hawaiians, they're big on fish and big on plants.
Okay.
So he's showing me some of the different seasonings that they use. And most of them, well, all of them were completely vegan. And it was just interesting to learn different experience because everybody in the room was from somewhere different.
Okay.
And it was just a great experience. And they're like, oh, well, how do you cook this? And how do you try that? And the different seasonings and like different vegetable mixes. And I was like, I've just never seen this before. So just having so many different people and different types of friends, it's interesting in how they use different seasonings and how things are spiced. So it's just, it's an interesting living.
And I'm sure that helps you come up and be creative with your menu. Because that's the thing. When we promote Vegan Restaurant Week, we encourage chefs to be creative with their cuisine because it's all about the seasoning and the sauce. And you can do a lot of things with plant-based products, fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, seeds, legumes, all of that stuff. The sauce is the boss, and the seasoning, which is plant-based. Yeah, exactly. Patty, it is all about the seasonings. A lot of people that try the plant-based diet, if they're not going for ethical or understand the ethical concept yet. They're going for health reason, and the thing that they're looking for is taste. What's the flavor like? And you're feeding them all of this grass. It's kind of like, okay, I don't know if I want to do this because, you know, I don't know if this is going to work out for me. But yeah, I mean, it is about the seasoning and it's about the taste, and you do a great job at Flight with delivering that. I'm telling you, that vegan mojo and those those wings and that wilted kale, because you know I don't like to eat a lot of fries. My husband is the big fry person, and my daughter, I like the veggies. So that wilted kale, like that is the bomb. You season it really, really well. I love it. What are some of the messages that you want to send to potential customers that might be coming in to see you this vegan restaurant week? And for everyone that doesn't know, it's down on the bottom, Maryland restaurants. If you are listening, or if you're a customer and you want your restaurant on the list, it's free. For the first time, it is free to register. This has never happened before, but because of the COVID and because we're getting a lot of love, we are waiving fees, and we're going to market all the restaurants at mdveganeats.com. You can go there right now and look at all the participants and the special events that are coming up. And while you're at it, subscribe to NaijhaSpeaks.com. Go to NaijhaSpeaks.com, subscribe so you can see all of the great interviews that I've had with some fabulous guests. And if you're not planning to come out to Vegan Restaurant Week, you want to stay in the house, you want to be safe, you can go to bvsmd.org, opt into the email. You can get 20 fresh salad recipe booklet. What? Well,
the other
I'm a fry beast. Okay. Okay. You're a vegan fry beast, Patty. Okay. What messages did you have?
I mean, you can always have it delivered. So if you don't want to come out, you can stay safe at home and order from one of your favorite restaurants during Maryland Vegan Restaurant Week. Have it delivered at home. Stay home. Have lunch out on the patio. You know.
Yeah, talk about that, because yes. So if you are venturing out, Fly is one of the few restaurants that I go outdoors and take my food. You and Great Sage is the other one. As a matter of fact, a customer reached out to Land of Kush through Google to ask if we had outdoor seating, and we do not, because it would be crazy to manage that in the area that we're in with the KIP, that place on the corner that serves the other food, customers passing by and people wanting to sit down, it would be, chaos. So your spot and Great Sage are the only two spots that I have been to outdoors. So definitely, if you want to do the outdoor seating, Flight American Infusion is one of the places that I would recommend. And what else? So they can order online at Flight American Fusion.
It's flightbaltimore.com.
I'm sorry. I'm putting it in flightbaltimore.com. And I like that you have the vegan menu is at the top. I noticed when I brought it up. It's like when I look at your menu, the vegan options are right at the top.
Well,
Flight Baltimore. Yeah.
People just, most people when they open a menu, that's the psychology of it. Most people when they open a menu, they just flip to whatever they're looking for. But if we put the vegan options first, if we put them last, most people that wouldn't automatically think plant-based would never get to it to try something new. But we put that and you go, oh, well, I've never tried this before. Can you explain it to me? Can you tell me about it? What are the flavor profiles? How does it taste? So
I love it.
How everything tastes. Try this. If you're used to this, if this is what you usually order, maybe try this instead. If you don't like it, maybe we'll try something new.
I love it. I love it. That was the first thing when I was adding your restaurant to the website the other day, and because we asked Omni, especially Omni restaurants, because 100% vegan restaurants, it's that you can put their link in and nobody is going to be offended when a big carcass comes in their face. So we're trying, we avoid that by telling the restaurants, like, look, have the exclusive vegan menu. Nobody really wants to see that if they're even vegan, but your menu, that's the first thing that we see are vegan options, and we definitely appreciate that. I was going to ask you a question about, and they can do pickup They can call in.
So we offer, you can call ahead. We also, you can call ahead. You can come in to order if you need some things explained. You can order online. We offer outdoor dining. At this time, we don't offer table service just for safety and security of our patrons and our staff.
Right.
But we do have outdoor dining, so you can come in, order a drink, have a cocktail if you wish. You can even have cocktails delivered.
Nice. You can have the vegan cocktails delivered. So that's awesome. So you can have your cocktails delivered, and they're taking call-ins because a lot of people aren't. I know Land of Kush, we're not taking call-ins because it's just they're overwhelmed processing orders. We have a small staff, and you can call, ask a question. But if we're inundated with a lot of orders and they're processing orders, you may not get that response as quick as you want. So customers are reaching out to me via Google. So I find myself texting with customers via Google. We have a Google business profile, and customers are sending me messages, and I'm answering questions for them and concerns. So that's great. Let's talk about Project Eat. Tell us what that's about, because Chef Ray Ziggy Davis is just not a restaurant owner. He is helping the community. Tell everybody what you're doing.
So Project Eat is a nonprofit that I started, and we do several different things. We do economic development, job training, disaster relief, local and throughout the country. Lately we've been doing a lot of different projects. We adopted a few families that needed help from unemployment issues or housing issues. Helping them in different ways. We teamed up with another nonprofit in Baltimore, Tindia Family, which is
they got the smoothies. They're usually out vending the smoothie. I love them. Every time I see them at festival, I always have to get the smoothies from them. I know who you're talking about. Every time they know, and I highlight them on a lot. I love them. They're awesome.
Yeah, we partnered with them for a few weeks to provide food for a lot of families that needed it. I think over the course of a few weeks, we partnered with them. We provided like 200 pounds of oatmeal, 200
nice
pounds of pasta sauce. I think what was it? It was 600 or 700 loaves of bread, peanut butter items. Because
so you got some plant-based stuff in there, because that's another initiative. There's a lot of food distribution going on, and of course it's all this stuff that us vegans are totally against, and we want to push the plant-based agenda, getting the produce, because we do a free produce giveaway every Monday at the Land of Kush. You can get fresh produce from 12 to 1. We call that our Meatless Monday initiative in partnership with Food Rescue Baltimore. They rescue this food from establishments that they're getting ready to throw away, and this is stuff that's not really bad. You can still use it, so 12 to 1, and it's important. The families that you're helping, is this because of the COVID? Is that the increase because the COVID has gotten a lot of people unemployed, or is this, have you seen the spike, or it's just, been like that before the COVID?
So it's something that we've done on a regular basis, but there's been a lot more response because of COVID. And a lot of people are a lot more conscious now to helping others. Whereas before, people weren't so much into it, but a lot more people have gotten affected by COVID. But affected by COVID in so many different ways, even in the psychological part of it. I've actually seen a lot of people that are staying at home and eating a lot of more vegetables. We get people that call the restaurant and say, hey, you know what? How do you guys cook X, Y, and Z? Or some people reach out to me via email just for help.
I love it.
Hey, I went to Land of Kush on Monday and I picked up these vegetables, but I had no idea what to do with them.
Oh, awesome. I'm so glad that they did that.
Gotten people that just call and email me personally or email the restaurant, and they say, can you just help me, or can you point me in the right direction? I've sent personal recipes. I've sent some people some YouTube videos and some other sites. I've done screenshots of books that I have.
Nice.
Just different ideas. And, people are home and eating every day, so they're running out of things to cook.
Right, exactly. And that's great that you're offering that, because it's wonderful that people are supporting restaurants. I think that's the most money I've spent since the pandemic started, is eating at local establishments. So that's my contribution there. But everyone just can't get out and do that. And if they want to cook and they want to learn how to cook, this is a great resource. So you got the free produce distribution happening, and you have that produce, and you're trying to find out how to make it. That is wonderful. There's another place that's doing produce giveaway. It's the Plantation Park Heights. They have the fresh produce boxes. Like I was over there for 3 weeks getting boxes and just cooking myself, because Greg does all the cooking. My husband, Greg, the executive chef of Atlantica, he does all the cooking. But I went and I got these boxes every week, and then I started to cook. Like, it encouraged you to, oh, what can I make with this stuff? So yeah, it is a great thing. Yes, Patty, the customer service, I appreciate that. Yes, the Google is your friend. Any of the small businesses out there, if you don't have your Google profile set up properly, you need to get it set up. It is free. You can't imagine how much business we get from Google for free. We can post, we can put COVID updates, we can talk to our customers, we get reviews, respond, all of that through Google. So I want to do a seminar on that, to talk to people about how to market for free and how to market so better. Yes, Maryland is advanced. All states should be doing this. Yes. But right now, Vegan Restaurant Week is in Maryland, and it starts this Saturday. Please go to the site. And we even got some spots in Maryland, like Plant Burger is in DC. Plant Burger has 3 locations, and one of them is in DC. So if you're in DC, we will list you 2 for free. If you're a restaurant, we will list you 2 for free. So sign up. It is free. Go to mdveganeats.com. Anything else you want to tell the viewers, Ray, about yourself, what you're doing, about what's happening for Vegan Week? If there's any special events that you're going to plan, let me know so we can post that too.
I would say the only thing I would say to viewers is be patient with us. I know Land of Kush is very busy.
We got our days, man. Every time I see a 1-2 star review, I'm like, what the hell is going on down there?
Place to eat. Just have patience. Have a little patience with us. Sometimes wait times may be a little bit longer, but just bear with us. Keep patronizing. We appreciate it. I know you guys do as well as much as we do. That's pretty much all I have.
Ray, I appreciate you taking time out to join the live broadcast and promoting Vegan Restaurant Week. Again, everyone out there, subscribe to Naijha Speaks so you can see more fabulous interviews with guests like Ray. Everybody that I interview, know they're not 100% vegan, but they are promoting a plant-based lifestyle, and maybe one day Ray will become vegan. Who knows? But we also have vegan guests that I interview as well. Maryland restaurants, free registration for the summer Maryland Vegan Restaurant Week. We are doing this for you. We are fighting to keep restaurants open if you are adding plant-based options to your menu. So sign up at mdveganeats.com. And again, for those that want to stay home and you want to get, cook, go to bvsmd.org. We have a veg starter guide there with recipes, and we also have the 20 fresh salad recipe booklet that you can get if you opt in with your email. And then don't forget the free food giveaways, the free produce giveaways, Land of Kush 12-1, and then I'll shout out the plantation garden up in Park Heights, who's doing a 12-4, and there's also a cooking demo, a live cooking demo at 5 with one of our board of directors of Black Vegetarian Society in Maryland, Crystal Foreman. So you don't want to miss the Mondays. That's a Meatless Monday initiative. Thank you again, Ray. Thank you, everyone, for listening in.
Thank you, Naijha, for the opportunity.
Oh, not a problem. Follow me because we got more surprise guests coming up. NaijhaSpeaks.com. Thank you, everyone. Be safe and mask on, Maryland.